Arthritis, heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's. It all begins with one.
One hidden fire quietly burning inside your body right now. Meet Master Lee, a healer who has studied this fire for decades. For 40 years, I have studied this fire inside people. One root cause connects diseases doctors usually treat as separate. Zoom inside a cell, and you can see it burning. Immune cells are your body's firefighters, protecting you every day.
Normally, this fire helps. It fights infection, then goes out. A cut finger triggers a quick fire, healing, then fully extinguished. But sometimes, this protective fire simply never goes out.
This is chronic inflammation, a stuck alarm that never resets. His joints ache every morning, stiff before he even stands. Her fatigue and brain fog return daily, with no clear reason.
His chest feels tight, yet every test comes back normal. This chronic fire is now linked to 60% of deaths. Doctors call it inflammation. I call it embers everywhere. This fire hides in your joints, arteries, and brain simultaneously.
3 hidden locations, one shared spark, quietly burning together.
A full body diagram lights up, 3 regions glowing warning red. Let's start where you can actually feel it. Your joints.
Now this fire turns its focus toward your aching joints.
A healthy joint moves smoothly, cushioned, calm, and completely pain-free.
Watch the joint glide effortlessly. Cartilage smooth, no redness anywhere. Immune cells constantly patrol your joints, watching closely for real threats.
Sometimes, though, they misread signals and attack healthy joint tissue. Watch the firefighter cell mistakenly torch perfectly healthy joint tissue. Cartilage slowly wears thin under this constant, unnecessary false alarm.
She struggles opening a jar, her wrist stiff and sore.
Your joints are not simply aging, they are quietly burning. But why would your own defenders ever turn against you? Processed sugar spikes trigger these false alarm signals constantly, repeatedly. Watch sugar flood the bloodstream, alarm bells lighting up immediately.
Immune cells swarm unnecessarily, mistaking the sugar spike for injury.
He sips a sugary soda, completely unaware of the reaction.
A soda can sits beside an already inflamed, glowing joint illustration. Sugar can inflame joints faster than aging ever truly does.
Each spike is a false alarm. Each alarm leaves lasting damage. Repeated alarm bursts slowly erode joint tissue over months, years.
Swelling is the firefighter's foam, meant to help, now trapped.
Watch swollen joint tissue, glowing foam trapped tightly inside it.
Her knee is swollen, and she struggles walking down the stairs.
Master Lee winces slightly, demonstrating his own stiff, aching knee.
Pain signals are the body's smoke alarm, constantly ringing loudly. Watch the smoke alarm icon flash beside the throbbing joint illustration. This same fire also burns somewhere far more dangerous, unseen. Somewhere you cannot feel it at all, until it's too late. Master Lee turns toward the glowing heart and artery diagram.
Curious if your joints show this? Full checklist waits pinned below.
The next fire you will never feel until it's far too late.
Now, this hidden fire turns toward your arteries, silent and dangerous. A healthy artery stays smooth, blood flowing freely, without any resistance.
Immune cells patrol artery walls too, watching constantly for real danger.
Processed food particles trigger the exact same false alarm response. Silent arterial fire causes most heart attacks, completely without warning.
Watch the artery wall reddening as immune cells rush toward it.
Plaque forms as firefighters trap debris directly inside the artery wall.
Watch plaques slowly thicken, gradually narrowing the artery's inner passage.
He remains unaware, his artery quietly narrowing inside his chest. You feel nothing at all. The fire burns silently for years. What if your arteries are already inflamed? Right now, today. The narrowed artery struggles now, blood pressing hard to pass through.
A sudden plaque rupture is exactly what triggers a heart attack.
Watch the plaque crack open, an emergency alarm flashing bright red. Sudden chest pain strikes, his hand gripping tightly at his chest. This is not a heart problem alone. It is truly fire.
Joints burning, arteries burning. One hidden cause connecting both fires.
Two glowing organ icons, linked by one small flickering flame symbol. But the most frightening fire burns somewhere else entirely. Deeper.
Somewhere, quietly reshaping memory itself, one ember at a time.
Master Li gestures toward a glowing brain diagram, expression turning serious. This fire quietly reshapes memory itself, slowly, over many years.
She forgets why she walked into the room, confused and frustrated.
The brain too has firefighters, and they too get stuck.
Neuroinflammation now appears years before any real memory loss starts. Watch small inflamed patches begin quietly spreading across brain tissue.
Joints, arteries, brain. Three fires, yet only one shared spark. Every fire so far started with the exact same trigger. One single spark icon branches outward into three separate organ icons.
Three ordinary people shown together, each one quietly, silently burning.
And that spark, it turns out, is closer than you think. Let's go deeper. Your brain's fire has a real name. Neuroinflammation disrupts communication constantly between neighboring brain cells. Watch the neuron pathway flicker as connections break down slowly. He struggles to recall a simple, once completely familiar word. This is not simply aging. This is your fire spreading. Chronic inflammation is now linked directly to Alzheimer's disease itself. Watch brain tissue dim as inflamed patches spread wider, slowly. Inflammation markers appear decades before diagnosis, building silently, unnoticed.
Memory loss may begin as fire long before any diagnosis.
Her journal notes scatter. She struggles remembering today's simple appointments. Sleep is when your brain normally clears away this fire.
Watch waste particles flush away gently during deep, restful sleep. Without enough sleep, this nightly cleanup simply never truly happens.
He scrolls his phone late, brain fire quietly building overnight.
Poor sleep is gasoline poured directly onto this existing fire.
One bad night can measurably raise your inflammation markers. Quickly. Watch gasoline pour onto a small flame inside the glowing brain. But sleep is only one spark among several other hidden triggers.
Chronic stress floods your entire body with inflammatory signals constantly.
Watch stress hormones trigger alarm bells throughout the entire body. Her deadline looms, shoulders tense, jaw clenched tightly shut. Stress does not simply feel bad. It genuinely ignites real fire. Could your own stress be quietly inflaming your entire body? Sedentary sitting also quietly feeds this exact same hidden fire. Watch inflammation slowly glow brighter the longer someone stays seated. His desk job means hours passing, stiff and completely unaware. Movement is water. Sitting too long lets these embers grow. Sugar, poor sleep, stress, sitting. 4 sparks identified so far.
4 glowing spark icons circle steadily around one central flame. There's one more spark hiding quietly inside your gut.
Your gut lining can weaken, letting unwanted particles leak through. Watch tiny particles leak through small gaps in the gut wall. This leak triggers constant, low-grade immune alarm throughout the body. Her stomach aches after eating a heavily processed, packaged meal. A leaking gut keeps the fire alarm ringing constantly, endlessly. Gut-related inflammation is linked to dozens of chronic illnesses today. Watch the gut wall glow red, connected to distant organ icons. 5 sparks now identified, all feeding this exact same fire. Master Li stands before a glowing 5-spark diagram, expression serious. Now, the most frightening connection of them all still awaits. Chronic inflammation creates fertile ground for dangerously abnormal cell growth. Watch an abnormal cell quietly begin growing inside inflamed tissue. Fire does not just burn. Sometimes it quietly feeds growth.
If this sounds familiar, the full checklist waits pinned below. Chronic inflammation is linked to nearly all major cancer types. A normal cell sits beside an inflamed, slowly mutating cell.
An ordinary man waits quietly, worried, distant, and deeply uncertain. This is why one root cause explains so very much. Exhausted immune cells, stuck firefighting, sometimes protect abnormal growth instead.
Watch a confused firefighter cell shield the abnormal cell nearby.
Your own defenders, exhausted, begin protecting exactly the wrong thing.
Master Li shakes his head slowly, troubled by the glowing diagram. Arthritis, heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer. One shared, hidden root.
4 disease icons glow steadily, linked by one central flame symbol. One fire. 4 devastating diseases. One single shared beginning. What if every single one of these shares one root cause?
3 ordinary people from earlier, each one quietly, visibly affected.
But fire, remember, can always be extinguished, properly and completely. So what actually puts this hidden fire out for good? A small flame icon begins gently dimming, hopeful transition unfolding slowly. Master Li steps toward his herb shelves, purposeful, determined expression. You now know what starts the fire. Next, what stops it. A full-body diagram shows all 4 fires glowing simultaneously, clearly.
She listens closely, hopeful, leaning slightly forward with quiet interest. Diet changes can measurably lower inflammation within just a few weeks.
Small daily choices decide whether this fire grows or dies. 2 paths diverge sharply, one glowing warning red, one calm blue.
Certain foods act like fire, while others act like water.
He stares at 2 plates, one processed, one entirely fresh.
What you eat either feeds embers or extinguishes them completely.
The right foods can work faster than most people ever expect.
Watch a glowing plate of vegetables cool a small nearby flame.
Master Li gestures toward his clinic shelves, warm, reassuring expression. Sparks identified, diseases connected, the solution now finally within reach. This single fire fuels arthritis, heart disease, memory loss, and cancer. She feels hopeful. For the first time, this finally makes sense. Understanding the fire is the very first, most important step.
Watch the flame steady calmly, no longer flickering out of control.
3 ordinary people watch calmly, finally understanding their own hidden fire.
Master Li reveals exactly how to put this fire out.
For centuries, certain foods have quietly cooled this exact fire. Omega-3 rich foods calm immune cells directly at the source. Watch fatty fish glow as a nearby firefighter cell settles peacefully.
He eats salmon, his immune firefighter cell finally settling down peacefully. Fatty fish speaks a language your immune cells truly understand. Omega-3-rich diets can lower key inflammation markers quite significantly. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural, powerful cooling compound inside. Watch turmeric root glow golden, curcumin particles spreading calm outward.
Master Li holds turmeric root, curcumin particles glowing softly around it.
Curcumin particles drift toward inflamed joint tissue, soothing it gently. Watch inflamed joint tissue calm as the red glow fades away. She stirs turmeric into her tea, expression hopeful and warm. This ancient root has cooled joints for over 1,000 years.
One ancient root may rival modern anti-inflammatory medication in effect.
Leafy greens flood the body with natural, powerful, cooling antioxidants. Watch leafy greens glow green, antioxidant particles spreading through the bloodstream.
He fills his plate with colorful vegetables, smiling just slightly.
Color on your plate often means real cooling for your body. But food alone cannot extinguish every single ember completely, alone.
Master Li reaches for a jar of dried herbs. Warm expression. Certain TCM herbs directly calm overactive immune firefighter cells quickly. Watch herb particles drift toward an overactive cell, soothing it completely.
My teachers used these long before modern science explained why.
Modern studies now confirm several of these ancient herbs truly work.
Watch the firefighter cell lower its weapon, finally standing down calmly. These herbs work alongside food, never instead of it entirely. Herbs support the fire station. Food changes its entire fuel supply. She brews a warm herbal tea, expression calm and completely relaxed. But even the best diet cannot work while you're constantly stressed.
Slow breathing directly calms the immune system's built-in alarm response. Watch glowing lungs breathe slowly, alarm bells softening with each breath.
Have you taken 5 genuinely calm breaths today at all?
He sits quietly, eyes closed, breathing slowly and deeply. Calm.
Calm breath tells your firefighters that the danger is past.
Deep sleep is when the body clears inflammation most efficiently, nightly.
Watch inflammation particles clear away steadily during deep, restful sleep. She sleeps peacefully, deep, restful posture, calm and completely still. Sleep is not rest alone. It is truly nightly firefighting work. Just 1 extra hour of sleep can measurably lower inflammation markers.
Movement pumps fresh circulation through both joints and arteries alike. Watch fresh circulation flow steadily through a glowing joint and artery. He walks briskly outside, joints moving freely and completely smoothly. Movement is not punishment. It is simply water on these embers.
Combine these, and something remarkable begins happening steadily inside you.
Joint tissue slowly heals, cartilage edges smoothing gently over time. Watch swelling recede as firefighter cells finally stand down completely.
She opens a jar easily now, her wrist no longer stiff. The artery wall clears, plaque slowly shrinking, the passage widening again. His chest feels calm now, breathing easy, no more tightness felt.
Some artery inflammation markers can improve within just a few months. Watch the artery passage widen slowly as healthy blood flow returns.
Master Li checks the glowing diagram once more, quietly nodding. Brain tissue brightens, inflamed patches fading, connections steadily restoring themselves.
She remembers the word easily now, relieved and quietly smiling. The fire does not vanish overnight, but it does truly listen. Joints calm, arteries clear, brain steady, immune cells finally resting.
A full body diagram glows calm, soft blue, across all 4 regions.
4 fires, 1 cause, and thankfully, 1 shared, simple solution. So where do you actually start? Right now, today, exactly. Start small. 1 meal, 1 walk, 1 earlier bedtime choice.
Watch a small flame icon shrink steadily with each glowing choice. Ordinary people from earlier now appear calm, healthy, and completely at ease.
This fire took years to build, and healing takes real patience.
Healing is not instant, but it is absolutely, genuinely possible.
Which spark from today will you choose to extinguish first?
Every small choice today shapes how this story finally ends.
The choice, ultimately, has always rested quietly in your hands. A glowing checklist icon sits beside a calm, cooling flame illustration.
Master Li gestures toward his herb shelves, warm and inviting expression.
Sugar, poor sleep, stress, you now know exactly what to change.
3 trigger icons fade slowly, replaced by 3 calming, glowing icons.
Master Li smiles gently, watching the fully calmed body diagram glow. Immune firefighter cells rest peacefully now. Alarm lights finally dark. Most chronic disease risk traces back to this one shared fire.
Master Li turns toward you, expression warm, direct, and sincere.
The fire was always visible once someone finally showed you.
Clinic shelves glow warmly as Master Li nods calmly, satisfied. Now go. Put out what no longer truly serves your body.
Sunrise breaks gently as everyone stands together, calm and healthy. The clinic door closes gently, warm herb-scented light lingering softly.